Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Late Night Brew, where we talk the brews first, and then we get around to the business at some point. I'm Robert Buktenica, also known as Buck, and tonight on the show with me is Hambik Matvosian. Once again, welcome back, sir.
Thank you, mate. Always a pleasure to be on your show. So looking forward to it.
All right, so tonight we're going to talk again about FastTrack in the new, exciting, much shorter and succinct video. First things first, though, what brew are you having with me?
Well, considering it's almost 9 o'clock in the morning here in Sydney, I've got my trusty liquid gold. So this is going to keep me going for the day. Well, I'll probably need more, but for now, it's a good start. What about you?
It's a brew. I'll let it pass. Although breakfast beers exist for a reason, I'm just going to throw that out.
Everyone I should say it's beer o'clock somewhere in the world, right? So yeah, I should go crack open a cold one right now.
Exactly. I have a hazy IPA from Brooklyn. It's called Brooklyn Pulp Art. So it's actually pretty good.
I need to make a trip out your way to I need to see all these beers that you've got. This is incredible.
American beer stores, man. We got a little bit of everything. So you're always welcome. It's on video. So there you go. Now, let's start with the easiest yet most difficult question. What is FastTrack?
Yeah, so FastTrack is a funded service. It's funded by Microsoft, delivered by partners like us at Incentro. And basically, it's a remote guidance / adoption service where consultants will guide the customer through their M365 digital transformation journey. Now, that could be anywhere from technical workshops. We can look at run through business enablement workshops, depending on if the customer's going from a third-party product and wanting to go to an M365 equivalent. We can start discussing some of the challenges that they may be facing and sort of work out how best we can help them through those challenges. And ideally, the way I like to position it with customers is think of FastTrack as Microsoft's phone a friend service for M365, or basically from a guidance perspective, as other crew members have put it, is we will guide you through what buttons to push, but then it's the customer's responsibility to then push those buttons that we tell them to push. So we'll give them all that guidance, and then they'll need to do it themselves or bring in a partner, because as a FastTrack partner, we don't have remote access into environments. We don't do any of that technical enablement where a traditional consulting engagement would do.
Awesome. Now, what companies are eligible to take advantage of this?
So there are specific, I guess there's documented licenses that qualify for FastTrack. So things like, if you're an NFP, unfortunately, if you've got NFP licensing, I should say, that unfortunately isn't covered under FastTrack, but everything else generally is. And if customers have, from any industry, really, it's not sort of industry specific at all. If you've got over 150 paid licenses in your tenancy, then you automatically qualify for FastTrack. So once you have those licenses, it's then a matter of just raising that request to say, look, I need FastTrack assistance for workloads 1, 2, and 3. That will then get assigned to the FastTrack partner, and then that engagement will then start with that customer. So anyone over 150 seats and above qualifies, and probably a discussion for another episode of the brew, but anyone over 500 seats gives you that data migration service as well.
Yeah, well, that's the other advantage of this short snappy is we get to say on the next episode to live out all my sitcom dreams. Now, what would you say? Let's go hot list lightning round. What are the benefits for a company to engage? I know you listed out some in the first question.
Yeah, look, like its benefits is, that guidance is one, but allowing being a customer now, having someone to speak to and having an expert to speak to, because what we see a lot in the past is customers will try and do this themselves. Yes, there's resources available online that customers can go read, but it takes time, right? Yeah. So unless you've got time and effort to have your IT guys sit there reading through docs articles, blogs, content, etc., to try and work out the best way to enable a service, all of that takes time and impacts project schedules, etc. Whereas if you come through and utilize the FastTrack services that you're automatically entitled to, the experts will then have that experience, guide you through the ins and outs of what you need to do, where you need to start, what you need to look out for, potential gotchas, depending on workload and experiences, to then guide you through that overall end-to-end deployment journey. So it can then significantly save on project schedule times. You're not, a deployment that might take a customer trying to do this themselves 6 months. Using FastTrack can basically halve that time, as an example, right? So change your line engine, whatever the workload may be. But it's having the real benefit I see is having someone to speak to, right? Because during that engagement, we set up recurring calls with the customer to keep that engagement alive and going, and giving the customer peace of mind that they've got someone on the other end that they can reach out to, whether it be phone call, Teams message, email, if and when they've got a question. So they're not waiting to log a support ticket. They're not waiting for someone to give them a call back after X amount of hours. It's they've got someone there. And if it's something we've seen in the past, could be a very quick and easy sort of fix to help them overcome that challenge they're facing. But yes, we still do get those scenarios where a customer still needs to go and log a support ticket because there's more in-depth troubleshooting requirements. But having someone at that initial point of contact is one of the biggest key benefits of utilizing FastTrack, and having that expert on the other end of the line to guide them through.
Definitely. Unfortunately, that wraps up our time. I'll need to brief Hambik about what the lightning round actually means. However, I hope everyone enjoyed a delicious drink. You learned something. Got any feedback? We'd always love to hear it. Until next episode, where we get to dive even deeper into the FastTrack world. Then, have a great